Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. And when you're the president-elect who's had 2 attempts on your life, you can't take safety too lightly. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. And hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. President-elect Donald Trump, as you guys probably know by now, moved his inauguration indoors. And the reason he says for this is the extreme, bitter, cold temperatures. Now, liberals, some of them, are trying to say that he's afraid of small crowd size. That's why he did it. Maybe they didn't see the election results. The man did fantastic. Won the popular vote. I don't think crowd size... Did they watch a rally this election? I don't think crowd size is going to be an issue. But I do think that there might be more to the story, and so do some experts. They're citing the weather. But again, this is a president who's had 2 attempts on his life. And some believe it's been moved indoors because of credible threats. Now, I've heard some rumors and stuff from some sources I have, but I can't get into that because it hasn't officially been announced, and so it would just be speculation. That wouldn't be allowed on this platform, so I can't talk about it. But I will say there is, where there's smoke, there's fire. There is kind of some rumors in some high circles that there was more to this story than meets the eye. But again, we don't know for certain. But I will tell you, one person did talk about it. They talked about it on CNN, where they said that, they think that safety might have been a bigger factor here than the weather. I want you to take a look at this, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
This week you had that heater with you in front of you there, but I see it's not here, so.
No, it's not, yeah. and that's why you have such a genuine smile on my face, because I don't have a furnace over here heating up my fake legs, making its way up. Sometimes I'm afraid they're going to melt right off, but I know it gets cold for you in here, so. The heater's ready for you when you get back.
So President Trump is still 2 days away from taking office, but he is already, putting together his plan to start deportations. I call them not deportations, but mass enforcement of the existing law. We had Tom Homan, incoming border czar, talk to, I think it was Jesse last night. Watch this.
Am I blowing your cover when I announce that there's going to be a big raid in Chicago on Tuesday? Or do you want people to know? Maybe they can self-deport.
There's going to be a big raid all across the country. Chicago is just one of many places. We got 24 field officers across the country. On Tuesday, you're going to expect ICE. ICE is finally going to go out and do their job. We're going to take the handcuffs off ICE and let them go arrest criminal aliens. That's what's going to happen. Well, we're telling ICE, you're going to enforce the immigration law without apology. You're going to concentrate on the worst first, public safety threats first, but no one's off the table. If they're in the country illegally, they got a problem.
And, of course, Jesse's right about that. Obviously, it's important to start enforcing the law, especially in these sanctuary cities, starting in a place like Chicago. But when the word gets out that this is going to happen, a lot of people are going to, quote unquote, self-deport.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I'm a little confused as to why you would announce or get any information out that we're going to start in Chicago. That was confusing to me because I would think that you want an element of surprise in getting these people. I think the success, and maybe one of you guys has an answer for that. I'll just leave it at this on my end. I think the success of this is, the way it will be successful is if they actually really start with the bad guys first. They have to start with the worst elements, and because we can all agree, nobody wants Tren de Aragua or MS-13 members or people who are committing crimes here in our country. So that will be, I think, the best strategy.
I think what's happening, I think the reason why they telegraph it is because it's less about the deportations they'll do this week in Chicago and more about seeing how this fight's going to work with these sanctuary cities. Like, will Chicago push back? Will they interrupt? I think they're letting Chicago know more than they're letting the illegals know, hey, listen, we're coming and you better not stand in our way. And, there's some bluffs out there. Chicago says there's no way. Trump says, hey, we'll just pull funding on you. I think this may be a big part of what we talk about for this first year from these cities that are sanctuary cities. Because, Chicago puts out this line saying, hey, we're not going to get in the way, but we're not going to help. We'll see if that's true or not.
And Charlie, is that the main tool that what Joey's saying, that if you don't cooperate, we're just going to pull federal funding?
I think it will be. And, of course, it's kind of funny to listen to J.B.